moving to Atlanta would solve a lot of problems for not only individuals, but, you know, for the group. Move to Atlanta, bang out 3 to 4 years, like some college. Y'all go back home, man. Y'all can go back home.
Yeah, that Dama just moved in. I'm a first time buyer.
What that mean?
Content wise, you might be spitting. It'd be a million chat agree with it. That's just facts. IRL content be banging, but I'm a human. When this starts off, man, I got family up here. Yeah, I don't know.
If you could, especially during non-content days, because I think I'll say this from my time with AMP and what I watched. They bought a house. You know, Agent lived here, Davis lived here, but there was one guy who embraced the fuck out of the house that had to move here, and there was one guy who just was like all in. Hey, I'm gonna be in Atlanta. I'm gonna make the best out of Atlanta. I'm gonna create the content in Atlanta. I don't think I have to say who that one guy is, because a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, it shows. The biggest streamer in the fucking world. And if you look at the other people, now there's a bunch of other factors that got them here, but I can see who embraced the house and embraced the fuck out of making content versus who didn't embrace the house and who didn't embrace the content, who didn't embrace, hey, I'm in Atlanta, I have all these things to my ability, et cetera, et cetera. So, and again, I'm not saying a singular house. Niggas talking about a singular house. I'm not doing a singular house. No. But being in the same vicinity, being able to go to these award shows, these conventions, where these celebrities are, these studios, these show tapings. There's a lot of other creators coming to Atlanta on top of the creators that are already in Atlanta that we could collaborate with, et cetera, et cetera. I get the concept of, you know, I got a family. Look your girl in the eye and tell her I'm about to go double the income. I get the idea of first time buyer. I'm a family. Hey, I'm about to go double the income. I'm not going to not be around you guys. I'm going to be here for birthdays, special celebrations, all that stuff. The same way you would see them any other time when you move out. I can just fly back out. I'm about to go double my income, and double is like bare minimum shit.
If it make you and chat feel better, I've already said I think about it, and I'm not a lying ass nigga. I'm the type of nigga stand on business. I'm not lying when I say I think about it. Niggas have asked me, where do you want to live? I've named this county, Atlanta, and I'm thinking about this county. It's like Atlanta, like that ass. I'm being honest with you. It's just, again, a fear of that. Two, you know what I'm saying? At first move, it's about like, not even family, but like comfortability, knowing you know all that shit. But then obviously going out to Atlanta is an opportunity. But I feel like a huge fear is going out there and either not having emotion that you think you got, and or going out there and shit just, you feel me? So like, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's several niggas that we've had on this podcast, several guests, and then there's no shame to you. And that's not even me doing my typical shit. Them niggas ain't hit me up. Them niggas ain't follow me back. Them niggas ain't DM me back. Them niggas ain't DM me at all. There's hella niggas that I think, hey, bro, we gonna collab, do all that extra shit. Not Sage. We'll fuck with Souls. We'll fuck with, who the fuck is this nigga with the do-rag on? So, hey, let's really keep it down. So, like, if you, like, when niggas tell me, yo, go out here, do this, yo, reach out to that, I'm like, I guess I got my 5 anime niggas that fuck with me for real. A bunch of other niggas.
I will say one on the side of Omar, which is super selfish, and one on the side of Sage. On the side of Sage, no cap. Going to DreamCon, seeing Davis after the amount of times we seen Davis on here and shit seemed cool. Seeing Davis looked at me. Bruh. Oh,
like I'm a ghost.
I was like, damn, I don't even get a what's up, dumb. Like, what up, Davis? Cool. Keep it pushing. I see where we stand. Brought me to reality. I thought we were somewhat cool.
But you take. I think you being emotional about that.
Like, remember, yeah.
And I can say I am. And like I said, it brought me back down to reality, and that's what I was like. Okay, it was just It's just a content thing. Like you said, niggas take friendships and acquaintances and being cool and mix that with the content, whatever. But on your side of the moving to Atlanta thing, I'm gonna be real. And this could be super selfish. And when I say so selfish, it's on my part. We moved to Atlanta. Listen, man, that helps my weight loss journey so much because I don't got nobody go to the gym.
That's a fact.
So I will say,
I'll be right there with you, twin.
If niggas move to Atlanta, I will be back in my prime physique because I'll have niggas go to the gym with, and I had that motivation for it because I'm a competitive nigga. I don't like niggas outdoing me.
Let me say this real quick because I don't want niggas to get it mistaken with Davis. If I'm not mistaken, we saw them after Family Feud and walked to the other part of the convention center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Davis was mobbed with a bunch of people and was busy in the moment. I don't expect him, even when we hopped out to say something to Chris, like I don't expect him to be like, oh my, because that's the first time I had seen Chris in like a long time. I didn't expect him to be like, oh my God.
Right.
I don't expect that. Especially when you got a lot of stuff going on in your mind. And even when we had a lot of stuff going on in our mind, I had people walk up to me and dap me up, but I was like, I was there, but I wasn't there, but because we were doing stuff. So I don't want to do that to Davis.
Right. Yeah. I ain't calling. I'll be blunt. I ain't calling nigga fake. You just shot the nigga. Just they don't remember.
No, I ain't calling him fake. I'm just saying, as a nigga who essentially stood in line and watched a certain reaction with some niggas, and when he seen me,
But
okay.
let me ask you this though. Do you feel like that's a part of you not putting yourself out there?
You talking about?
That could be. Yeah.
Both of us, I don't know.
Yeah, both of y'all.
I mean, it could be. I feel like I do a pretty solid job of marketing my own brand. Even on here, I'll tell you about some shit like, so it's talking about making the Keep It a Buck up. I'll always remind you of some shit that happened on the stream. I'll shout out a character like Dracoon. I'll talk about Left Right or some shit. I feel like I do my part, but hey man, never mind.
And by putting yourself out there, because I'll say this, I don't necessarily have like the greatest relationship personally with like members of AMP, but I remember what I was doing when it was AMP shoot days. I would do the shoot. I'm going home. On a day where we didn't have a shoot, it's not like I'm just up at the house relaxing. Now I do remember who was just up at the house chilling, who would take time and just chill at the house, be at the house all day. It's post shoot, and folks just want to stay at the house all day, et cetera, et cetera. So I know the difference between the cachet between the people that we have. But that's just about the time that you put in. I think coming down here, especially with the name that we have, and if we just put our chest out, the way that we could navigate through Atlanta, if there are people that I know, and I'm not going to call them out specifically, if there are people that I know with less motion than we have, motion being visible numbers than we have, then I know that we could move differently. We could create more content with the exotic snacks from the exotic snack place. Have a Delta H session because they sell, the gummies as well and all that stuff like that.
Right.
But we could do all that there, and they could pay us to do that there for them as well. We could go to restaurants, grand openings of restaurants, and have stuff going on. Have the Instagram pop and go to the BET Awards and have stuff going on at the BET Awards, because those are the things that are like unique to Atlanta. And somebody saying, I hear somebody saying in the chat, I read in the chat, somebody said, this is before BSOLZ goes, Omar telling people with families to move, that's not his place. I get that. I 100% get that. I think we're dealing with a different level of money and comfortability. I wouldn't expect you to understand. But if somebody was telling me, yo, Omar, and I didn't live in Atlanta, yo, Omar, the tech jobs are in California, which somebody told me that. The tech jobs are in California. You need to go to San Francisco. Yeah, you're going to be living like a hermit in a room full of 8 to 10 people, and you're going to be working at this job. You're going to be making $275 a year. You're going to put that on your resume, and you can go back home and you can shop that. You got to get uncomfortable for a little while. Being uncomfortable for a little while makes you grow.
I think the conversation is much easier if you're telling that to people who are single. Like if you told me to move to Atlanta 3 years ago and I was single, I would have been down there. But the truth of the matter is, if I move, my girl has to move as well. She has an established life here as well. She has a job here as well. She wants to keep working, so it's not, and she actually likes her job. So, there's compromises that need to be taken into account. And again, it's just not the easiest thing in the world. I feel like even the argument of, yo, we're gonna triple our income if we move to Atlanta, theoretically, but I feel like the move would be much easier if there's something contractually saying, yo, if you move down here,
Right.
you will legitimately get $200K a year, $300K a year. Now we're talking something about something different. But if it's just the opportunity to make $300K, that's a hard sell for anyone, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that'd be damn where it's not the same equivalent at all, but that's damn near the level of like how RDC was like moving to the house thing. That's not the same, but it's on that surface. Also, there's outlying things. One, I got a mom and dad. I ain't gonna lie. They can't force me to do nothing. I'm a grown man, but they can influence. they can influence a lot. And I don't know if they sweet for those. But
Yeah, so my parents the same way, by the way.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't know if they sweet for those first time out of here. That's why I keep mentioning it.
But they don't.
Really don't.
No disrespect to the.
No,
I'm not prefacing it. They don't know nothing about what you got going on anyway, right?
That's also
That has nothing to do with what I got going on.
Tax related, she do in terms of how to create it. Fuck ass.
Yeah, she don't know what's going on anyway. So if you were able to come down here, and then the next thing she sees is you on the BET red carpet, she gonna be, what the fuck is going on?
Type shit. It's also easy because you in Atlanta, nigga. How about we go to Cali?
I think Cali is fine. I think we would have a harder time navigating, but I think Cali is fine.
That's true. Shit, that is very true. But hey, we get the Laker games.
And I'm trying to see Tatum.
And even then, like I look at what Snipe did, because when we talked about it, it was just like, damn, it's just I'm here. So y'all know Sniper Jones, for those in the chat. He's like, I don't want to say this because it's disrespectful to say it this way based off of what I got from our conversations, but he's basically become like one of the faces for OTE.
Even I seen the podcast he has with Jay Jones.
I ain't even know.
They're just talking.
Oh, it's not a podcast with Jay Jones. It's his podcast, and Jay Jones just happened to be in town. But Overtime set him up shop with a podcast. But like how we viewed, I don't know, T-Jazz was running around being OT. Overtime Megan, that's how we view Overtime Megan doing stuff that's Snipe now. Mm-hmm. The reason that he got that is because used to go up there, hoop, got comfortable with the people hooping. So they recognized him, knew his name. He gets a phone call one day. Yo, so-and-so is sick. They can't commentate. And our backup is also sick. They can't commentate. Can you come up here and commentate? Sure. I'll come there and commentate. He commentated one game. He commentated the second game. And then they were having contract talks. It was simple as that. And honestly, the same thing happened to my brother. He just said no.
That's
like stuff like that could just happen, though. It just happens. But I don't know where else that would happen besides... We could try it in LA. It would be harder. We could also try it in New York, but I think it would also be harder. Specifically where content, specifically where I know big name content creators is down here.
No, that's what's up. And like all trolls aside, I mean, the most niggas in Atlanta, so like that's a bonus.
Yeah.
So,
Chicago. Let me just say, I could probably say, I'm not going to no fucking Chicago. Are you crazy?
The cold is crazy alone.
Texas ain't that bad. Texas ain't that bad either.
Nah, my mouth too bad.
Well, what?
Listen. My mouth too bad. Niggas got guns. Oh, y'all.
Nigga, I heard a different.
I heard something else, bro.
That's crazy.
But they got guns. Is that what we call it? Never mind. Go ahead.
No, you're sick. I'll say, as the nigga with the family, as the nigga with the woman and the child, I am all on board with going to Atlanta. I can convince it. Like I said, this is a year-to-year lease. I can convince them niggas to move. Big money. Talking. Let's go. I can convince them. All I'm saying is, Souls, on your part, I genuinely understand.
Yeah,
I genuinely understand. Your girl has a whole life. She has a whole job and everything like that. See if she can put a transfer in. Sage, not gonna lie to you, man. Not gonna lie to you, man. Sage, listen.
It can appear one way on camera. Y'all know I'm stubborn.
No, I feel you.
Yeah, there's one thing I will stand on business on at this point. It is this issue.
Like it can appear however you want on camera. I ain't gonna lie. You turn this shit off. Hey, Sage, so you gonna move? We'll see. I'm thinking about it. I'll tell you, I'm thinking about it. When I draw that conclusion, I'll be there. The persuasion tactics are nice. Continue.
If all three of us move, BSOLZ, would you move?
That's a great question.
I'll bring it up. We'd have a more serious convo, but I don't know.
I think the main thing that I keep bringing up is like, this isn't a long-term commitment deal or whatever the case may be. It can be. It 100% can be. I would hope that you guys would come down, not only see the financial benefit, but just see the social benefit of being in a different place and space. But this is a fun. I think this is an interesting conversation, just as a general, because we're about to step out of this.
Right.
What do you do working a career with a partner, and you have to make like big life decisions like that? If you were in tech, BSOLZ, would you live in Worcester?
Yeah.
If you could,
There's a decent amount of tech jobs here, dog.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad.
And it's like 15 minutes away from Boston. So
oh
not
yeah,
like too
shit.
I put, so you would do a 50-minute commute in order to stay where you were?
Not necessarily, but if I had to, you know.
You try to move to Boston? Would you do that?
Yeah, but I don't know. Listen. Ultimately, I just know I've shown the ability for myself to make a lot of money in this area specifically. I am happy with my lifestyle here.
No.
I understand there's more opportunities other ways.
Listen,
but I'm just saying. No, hold on. Can I get the point off? I'm just saying. I'm a happy guy here, dog.
I'm asking you a general question. This don't got nothing to do with that no more. I'm asking you a general question. When it's time to have difficult conversations with your partner, there's three of us that got partners up here. Ones that'll uproot the family, shake the family. What do you do? Like, what? I
have that conversation. So, I'm being dead ass. So when you said, oh, if us three move down, what you gonna do? My first instinct is, I'm gonna converse with my girl. That's literally the first thing I'm gonna do. And after that, we'll move how we move. But that is my first instinct.
Nah, that's what's up. I ain't gonna lie.
Because I'm not just gonna move there selfishly.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I think I got a different philosophy, because honestly, I would
man, to each is their own.
No, I understand. We having a conversation. We potting right now.
Yeah.
That's part of the combo.
I'm saying to each is their own.
Practically, if it ain't me on my next jump, it ain't gonna happen for a break. If it's me on my next jump and Damo go, then we got a whole different conversation. Because Damo's stamping he could do that shit. Not clockwork, you just bought a fucking house, but he's saying he could do those. I'm literally looking for a place to live, so I know I can do those. It'd be weird, but it wouldn't work if he didn't go down there. So that's where a bunch of other shit falls down. Obviously, it wouldn't work if it's just the three amigos and then SOLZ is out there.
I'm saying this. I think some things do supersede. So even if the same thing was with my girlfriend, and she was like, "Yo, I got this offer out in Oregon. It's gonna pay me double. It's gonna be doing something that I love. Hey, I'm gonna be in Oregon. To keep it 100 with y'all, I'm gonna be in Oregon. If I want to visit my family, when I want to visit my family, and I'm pretty sure that goes without saying, I love my family. I'm not saying this about any of y'all. I spend time with my family on a weekly basis, multiple times a week, and I'm talking about my extended family, not just my mom. I love my family. I will fly in. I've had cousins that done it. That's probably why I see it that way, though. I've had cousins that have like legitimately uprooted themselves, gone to San Diego and lived there. And just when they saw their family is when, they flew in, people flew to them type shit. They also were part of the military. Sometimes you just got to spend short amount of time to, grow. You got to be.
But I think that's the difference maker. Even in your scenario, you said, yo, I got an offer. Let's move. In this case, the argument, at least right now, is, yo, there's more opportunities. There again, there's an opportunity to get triple more income, 2 times more income. If it was, again, a more solid offer, contract, sign that shit, DocuSign, I feel like the conversation would be much more strong.
You believe in yourself?
Oh my God.
It's just a question.
Hey, I will say. Funny. It definitely is easier said than done. And being a person who, as long as the inception of the pod's been around, has moved a fuck ton. I broke that barrier of that fear of leaving my mom, that fear of leaving my grandma, that fear of leaving the fam, shit like that. And I mean, I went straight from Carolina to California. I uprooted, just yoink on some military shit. I got over that hump. So for me saying, yeah, I go to Atlanta. My mom is literally 5 minutes down the road. My grandma 6 minutes down the road. They would be devastated if I did that. But to me, I've done it before. I'm comfortable with it. So I definitely get the hangups. I definitely understand where y'all coming from and why y'all saying that. So I'm definitely not gonna push y'all to do it. I'm not gonna like push for y'all to do it because trust me, I will vote for niggas to move to Charlotte because I'm selfish just like Omar. I ain't gonna lie to you.
At least we all on the East Coast side.
I know somebody in the chat and people watching this are gonna say that too. I don't even necessarily think that it's about me being selfish. I just so happen to live in the state that has the best argument. I swear to you, if somebody could bring up another state that brings a better argument, I would consider that.
It's literally outside of ATL. The argument is moving up. Everybody move up. So is moving the least to New York. An argument to maybe you could finesse Carolina. No, NC. You might be able to finesse NC.
My family's down there.
Yeah, we could
finesse Asheboro. We can knock on Mr. Beast Manor. Just,
yeah,
hey, man.
I'd say NC. I'd say NC, New York, Texas, Cali. Granted, Cali is the definition of head ass. I think all of us would prefer like Arizona at that.
I don't need, but see, even when niggas say Cali now, I don't even believe Cali because the people in our community are moving from Cali.
Yeah, it's so. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like a nigga like me, if one of y'all would say Cali, I'm like, should I just go to like Nevada or Arizona?
I'm gonna keep it a stack too. I'm gonna keep it a stack too. And let's really pod for real, man.
Oh shit.
So don't even move. Oh, I thought you.
No. I just felt like this conversation is a little bit like. I'm harder on it because of the fact that how I grew up. So my dad, again, we're an immigrant family. So when my dad and my family moved out here, everything was about opportunity. It was about how can we make more money? How can we get this, that, and the third? Now, my family is living a great life right now. So I will say it worked to a degree. But also as the child being in that situation, I know how it's like to move from place to place to place to place and seeing my dad just reason every single time, yo, we're moving because of money. Meanwhile, I'm the one suffering because I'm the kid that keeps on moving around. I'm never able to actually establish relationships. I'm looking around in high school with my friends having these childhood friends. I never had that experience. You know what I'm saying? And that's because my dad, growing up for over a decade, everything was just about money. Everything was just about, yo, how can we move to a different state? Can we move to a different town so we can make more money? So the way I'm moving about this thing is partially because of my childhood as well. Because I know what it's like to keep moving and moving and moving. Shit is not fun, bro. Shit is not fun. So for me, in my opinion, stability is a really big part as to how I move around. So
I'm not gonna lie to you. I genuinely relate. I went to 4 high schools in 3 years. I bounced around all over this fucking country. I genuinely get what you mean by not having those experiences. I didn't go to my fucking high school. I didn't go to my senior prom because genuinely, out of all the seniors, I was only cool with like 4 people because I was the new nigga. I was the new guy. Mm-hmm. I didn't know nobody. I wasn't there since freshman year. I didn't come up with everybody and shit like that. I don't have that. From freshman year down, from 8th grade down, yeah, I had that. But I'm going to keep it hot. All my friends from my childhood were not that close no more because I moved. And the friends that I made between freshman and senior year, bouncing around state from state, a couple of them I keep in touch with. So I feel you. That stability that's a big thing. I get that. But seeing how you know what it's like to move, seeing how I get where you're coming from.
I get what you're saying too, because I think because you've told me that too, that you moved a lot in the past. And I think it's just how we handled this situation. You took it as, yo, I'm used to it, so this shit ain't a big deal if I keep doing it. But for me,
inverse for you, yeah.
It's the inverse for me. I feel like content creation specifically has given me control over where the fuck I live. I think the biggest pro for me in content creation is, yo, you can make money everywhere and anywhere. So for me, it's like, it's the ability to take control of my situation and say, yo, if I don't need to move, I'm not moving. So
yeah, I ain't got no kindergarten ass friends. All my friends at this point from high school, because
it's not even about the childhood friend. To be honest with you, it's just having familiarity in the same.
I ain't gonna lie. I hear you. But my pushback to that would be, you said if you were single, then that like you would be in Atlanta,
But it would still be a very hard decision.
but you would have made it.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to make sure on that one. I think the main thing is, to me it just seems like going off to college, and with the flexibility of content creation, you can go back whenever you like. I think that was like one of the better things about AMP and its like inception, is like, whenever you can come and go as you please, but this is going to be the hub, and we need to be here more than others. Now, those that took advantage of here, again, are reaping the benefits and the reward. And Kai could stop right now, go back to New York, and never touch a computer again and be fine, financially speaking.
Very true.
Right? And I think that from what we understand, the conversations that we've all had, whether it be online or offline, is that there's a window. This is a window. If you're not maximizing this unique window, then you are doing it wrong. If that meant doing 3 years, 4 years in some other place, then that's a different conversation.